Hello everyone, welcome to another Our Darker Purpose episode. Today, this time today, I'm going to actually be hoping to get up to Reagan, beat her, and get one base, if not more, further. I'll be taking severity off because I'm not doing that right now. I'm putting mud on. So I have mud, line cutting, mercantilism, vistas, and criticism, because I like criticism. If I could have one more period, I'd have shyness. Alright, let's get the metaphorical show on the road. Already, we're hit with a very strange choice. I can take 2,666 types of juice for the life and bonus for health, or Call of the Wild Furniture. Call of the Wild Furniture is so good against bosses, but that's pretty much all it's good against. Right now, my damage is okay based on the bosses that I'm fighting. Hopefully I can find something later to send it up, and because of that, I'm going to take my types of juice as my first level up. Okay. So I've been still thinking on my Our Dark Purpose D20 and/or board game of how I would run it. And that's kind of cool and kind of disorienting. But I suppose if I don't need to roll and shoot, I won't roll and shoot. So, oh, that's one thing I should notice. How many shots can I get off in a roll? 1 and about a half right now. Okay. So anyway, back to what I was saying. For the game that I have in my mind, I'm reminded of old board games that had multi-tiered boards. I don't know if anyone's ever played those recently enough to know what I'm talking about. Well, it looks like I picked the right one. I mean, look at all the juice boxes around, right? Let's hope that well, actually, let's not hope that I need them, but hope that if the need arises, I will need them, you know? Anyway, today we'll talk about the basics of the basics, the different characters. Alright? I wouldn't want to use Cordy as a player piece. I would want to use her as a template. Hey, did I take that damage on purpose? You be the judge. And the template would be because, I would want more or less you to just be random orphan number 3 or something like that if you were playing. What wouldn't be random, I suppose, would be if you choose between your clan, between Broogs, Woundwarts, and Capulets. And today I'm going to talk about Broogs. Broogs are described in the game as being quick and feral, basically. Which, hey look, good, more damage. Which, in my mind, means that they basically are,
a rogue?
Basically, yes, they're a rogue. Thank you, hon. You have words that I don't. Give them back.
No.
Later. Anyway, yes, Broogs are more or less rogues. They will run up on you, they will stab you with the pointy objects because they use mostly anything they can as a weapon, as far as I've remembered from the lore. And in that sense, I think Broogs would have more attack power than other groups. More attack, they'd be faster. This is their thing. Their problem is that being the weaker class of student and having not the strength. Well, not the strength, because some Broogs can get very strong. Not the staying power, I suppose, would be the thing of the regular classmates, such as Wound Wards, which unfortunately they have to deal with a lot. That's why they're kind of more like nomads, I suppose. It's like an A, right? Yep. If there could be S's, I would think there'd be an S. I'm gonna go with Gluttonous because of my juice boxes. And I'm gonna actually endeavor to use my juice boxes now, because there's no point to me holding on to them. So after oh my goodness. After I clear out this floor, clear it out, I'm going to go back through this floor, hurt myself once at least, for every juice box that I left behind, and gain hit points. I should have done that in the last floor. Very meticulous about it right now. Oh, I still say that if you're going to hit those scarecrows, try and hit them from the top. If you have to activate them, because they're up and down. Shockwave is much less than their sideways one. That goes for almost every shockwave, apparently, in this game. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So a Broog has more attack and more speed. Therefore, if it was a board game, they would probably gain more, like, maybe to the die roll, they'll gain a plus something. I really am missing out on memory rooms lately. They haven't been showing up for me. It's kind of annoying. But we are in juice box mode. So great expectations in juice boxes. Enemies are now twice as likely to drop juice boxes on a gluttonous floor where they were already twice as likely to drop juice boxes. I'm definitely... Oh, good, good. Lightning guy's here. There's no way... Did I mean to get hit, or was that on accident? You be the judge. Technically, you can say any time that a Broog actually hits me or anything right now that's not a fireplace or a furnace, stove, whatever. Any of things that hit me that is not a Broog or not a environmental hazard. Oh no. Oh no. Why? Oh, why do you give me this item? I hate this item so much. You have to change it a lot. I bet you it's above me. La-di-da. The Edgewood plans. It was pointed out to me that the Edgewood plans have quite a few problems with them, and I'm really glad that I am in a state that I want to get hurt. I'm in a very masochistic mode right now with Cordy. And the Edgewood plans show you the location of the boss, but they need to be changed, I think. We'll find out if they were changed or not on the next floor, because what the Edgewood plans do is they show you the boss room, but someone had pointed out to me that it's only for the floor that you're on, the floor that you get them on, which that's kind of silly, especially because in most times that you get the Edgewood plans, you'll get them and you already know where the boss is. You've searched this out. I think it would be much better for them to have something that finds maybe where the vending machine is, if there happens to be one, or where our treasure chest is, something like that. so that you aren't going to search for one or anything like that. Well, let's see. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other juice boxes on this floor. I've already used 2 juice boxes, which was 8. So I'm pretty happy about this. Remember that each one of these juice boxes on the floor is not just a juice box. It's another 4 health. You know, the only thing that could make this better is if I would have gotten Juice Boxes of Darkness as my second level up, as opposed to Great Expectations and Juice Boxes. But I'm not complaining too much.
Just enough.
You've gotten really used to talking now.
Hey, you wanted it.
I did want you to talk. Now I've got my own peanut gallery, apparently. Anyway. Let's see. I'm gonna leave these juice boxes till I can... Ooh, a survive room. You know, I've wondered if you kill the slimes in a survive room or anything like that, do they give you experience? I have yet to have enough time in rooms like this to check that. The roly-poly. Since I roll and shoot now, maybe I'll use it a little bit more. Alright, there's a juice box used. Now, all that's left is to clear the boss. And once the boss is cleared, we'll come back and have the furnaces beat on us. Alright, it's the candelabra. Which... I've been meaning to try and say, this is a candelabra, but it's a chandelier, I thought. I thought that chandeliers and candelabras were different things. Maybe they can both mean the same thing, and I'm just nitpicking. You know? Possible. Anyway. Without shyness, this makes this kind of annoying. But we will slowly whittle down the candelabra along. I do need to find... Hey, did they change it so that... Yeah, they did, didn't they? Or they did that too, didn't they? So, I guess on gluttonous floors, there is no store either. I just noticed that. I mean, I knew on wealthy stores, it specifically says, oh, they broke into the thing and destroyed it, you know? I'll reread another gluttonous floor if one comes up, because I don't remember seeing that they broke into gluttonous rooms and broke their stuff too. Okay. And there are 5 more juice boxes on this floor. That's 20 more hit points. Let's go get them. Now, I just tried it, but you can't use a juice box unless you're hit, so... Time to go take some damage. Let's see, weren't there spikes in this room? Nope. Alright, I'll go take 2 more ticks of damage to use 2 more juice boxes. And there, we are now 180 hit points total. And since it's only the 2nd floor, that still gives us a long way to go in our hit point pool. I have yet to find Goneril's mallet. I wouldn't mind it. Because that would be pretty useful. I don't want a leaderless room. I'm actually really concerned. Okay, the damage I took is going to hinder my roly-poly, yes, but I'm actually really concerned about other items right now, not the roly-poly as much. Even though I'm in a state where the roly-poly is definitely very useful, since I can roll and shoot. I think one of the main things keeping a person from doing the roll quite a bit is if they want to shoot. And with mud, that helps. Especially because you can roll in place. Now, the main reason I got mud is if we run into the Disciplined King again. I've decided that mud is very useful for him because, well, he moves so fast. If you had the same move speed as the Disciplined King, you'd be running into stuff for one. But you probably wouldn't worry as much about some of his things. I'm going to leave that teddy bear there, actually. I'll come back for it later. And the reason I'm going to come back for it later is because taking damage isn't really a problem for me right now. And I'd rather save all 120 of the teddy bear's resistance for the Woundwort Fortress level. Which actually, that might be something to focus on. You have to pick and choose when to get your items, especially the fragile items. The fragility items, you probably should always either wait until it's a boss or wait until the floor is done so that you don't have to worry about wasting them on the floor that you're on. I should have probably thought of that before I picked up the roly-poly, and in all honesty, when I picked up the roly-poly, I thought to myself, I was like, well, here's the roly-poly. 150 damage it breaks. Well, I want to take damage, though. Because I need to take damage in order to use my juice boxes, right? Anyway. Here we go. Rolling, rolling, rolling. I was wondering about doing some sort of strange runs, like where I focus myself in a different direction than I would usually, or try out new things that I usually wouldn't, such as a lot of move speed, or something to the like. Oh, look. Okay, so the Woundwort plans do have that problem. The one that I was thinking about. The boss is right above us, but look, we can't see his room. Even though we have, or the Edgewood plans, sorry. Even though we have the plans to Edgewood, we don't know that the boss is above us. It only shows it for that floor, and that's a problem because usually you've already found the boss. Dang it. I thought I was still confused. Apparently I was and went. So I'm glad I'm taking damage, but I'm pissed that I'm taking damage. The confusion seems to last a lot less now. So they have nerfed confusion as well. Gangs of New Edgewood we're taking. We need the damage. We didn't get juice boxes of darkness. A poorly drawn juice box is going to help us so that we have basically another method of healing. We don't need that other method of healing as often, and it's not as good. We already know that. Alright, so I've got a damage upgrade now. So there's that. Oh, I've started naming enemies. Okay? Enemies are usually named by what they do, okay? Now, I said this in my powerful run, but that wasn't recorded, so let's go on. In the powerful run, I was given the book, Atlas Glugged. Atlas Glugged is basically juice boxes of darkness with more damage. Or with a little less damage and plus attack. It features one of these guys on it. Therefore, I am going to assume that these guys are named Atlas. That's what they're named as enemies. With that in mind, I am naming other things. These slimes Well, I'm just going to call them sludges. It makes sense. They're probably leftover foodstuffs, if I had to guess. Because they only seem to appear in cafeterias. Anyway, the chair ladies, I'm naming them Cassie, after Cassiopeia. Why? Because one guy is named Atlas, and that's Greek, and the most other Greek thing that I know with a chair is Cassiopeia. So, those are Cassies. Woundworts, I'm going in a very Greek way. I don't know what to call these guys, these little jester dudes. I don't want to call them Hermeses because Hermes would definitely catch up to me, and Hermes would run for longer than a couple seconds. But I can't call them Atalanta because they are men. But they wear jester things too. So, while I speak, and while I've intrigued the person who is to the left of me with Greek lore, they are looking up a thing to call these people, who are men who run really fast.
You're going off the running aspect, or
Well,
outfit?
They chase you down, okay? And
Because it depends on what you're going to focus on. Their gender or their appearance.
well, these chalk guys, the chalk clappers, I'm still trying to figure out what to call them. Right now, they're just chalk clappers. That's the best I can get. I can't think of something that makes fog and smoke.
4S, the North Wind.
Yeah, but I'm not calling them that because it's not ice. I'm going to be picky.
Yes, you are.
Yup. I'm trying to make it make sense in a way. The Cassies make sense because of chairs. That's how I know them. By the way, we're going to get the annoying metal puzzle. Since we can roll and shoot, we will be able to roll and slow people that we're rolling away from. Other than the fact that those guys hunt you down, I'd call them Orions. Let's see. More coins. Good. I don't know what to call the gorillas either. Big guys who can cause quakes because they're so dang strong. And already somebody's like, well, why don't we just call them Herculeses? And it's like, well, because no. I'd rather call them something that has to do with the Earth. They look like Titans. Maybe we can call them Titans. How about that? That'd be the closest I'd give you. Without an actual Titan's name, we can call them Titans. What do we got here? We have Sudsy. And the reason that another reason that I say no to Boreas is because you have to think of it like this. And as I'm saying this, I'm thinking to myself of all the replies that people can give about, like, counterbalances to this argument. And my argument is, who in their right mind named their kid Boreas? Okay, this has happened once before. You notice something's missing from Sudsy? It's his, ice shard bullet, the bouncy one. It comes back, but this has happened a couple times now. Weird stuff seems to occur with the potato battery. It seems to make some things kind of flip out because it has this graphic screen on the thing. One of those things is Sudsy not summoning his little shard if you're close to him when he's supposed to send it out. Of course, the other thing might just be that Sudsy is too far into the wall. And since his little shard seems to come from the back of him, he can't fire it. Anyway, I'm going to go get the teddy bear now. She's going to continue to look up Greek things.
Actaeon for the for the fastbacks?
How do you spell that?
Actaeon. But he was a hunter, which is why I immediately looked at him. And hunters usually are fast. Especially back then.
True. Actaeon, maybe. A hunter.
The one who spied on Diana bathing.
Yeah. Now I remember him. How about... What about, like... Are there anything...
Is one of the other ones.
Thank goodness for the memory room. Well, look at them for a second. Here they are, right there. Now what they do is they chase you down.
Uh-huh.
Or run at you. They also do flanking very well. Especially when the furniture forces them to. But they chase you down, they deal a lot of damage, and they're very... We're not going to let you go.
Oh, the Actaeon.
Okay, we'll call them Actaeons.
Until I can put some better.
Yep, until I can find some reason not to, and something that might fit them more. I was actually going to ask you about the Olympiad, if there were any things about runners, or if there's anything about, like, a big messenger. Look, the Fedora of Crisis! It's come back as if to say, why didn't you buy me?
Besides Hermes? Not really.
Then I might, they might go to Hermes, but that's a very, no.
Or actually, there was something about, like, him being Cupid, and he was one of the other few people that naturally had wings, so...
You know, because of their kind of costume, I'd almost call them Eros, but, you know, that brings up a whole new thoughts.
You know, you can't be too picky if you want to name these things.
I could be as picky as I want to be.
Okay, it's not going to get you anywhere.
That's true. Well, there's the memory room. And I have found a memory called the Gifted. Like I said, those are the Gifted. We have not fought them yet. I see, they are kids who are in mechs. Reach the end of chapter 2 without using a vending machine. Wow, that's a painful thing that I can't really complete at this point in time in my thoughts.
Well, fast, Hippomenes, the person who beat Atalanta.
Sure. That makes sense, actually. Well, here's a vending machine, which means, look, I already failed that one thing to try and not use vending machines. But then again, I failed it a long time ago.
Right.
Let's see. We'll think more on things. All I knew was Cassie and Atlas. But... Oh, and possibly the Titan guys. Either there, you can name them after some... Well, The only other thing I can think of to name those guys after, the big strong guys who bust through every object in the room, is after a Minotaur. I know that, or we could even call them Minoses if we wanted to. But that's what I know about them, is that they are very, well, chargy, and they break through everything that they run into. Except cabinets, apparently, now. Whoop. Okay. This is kind of annoying because I want to get to that White Cloud guy, but the green one's just in my way. Also, does it seem like they're kind of stacking on each other? Like, did you see 2 green clouds a little bit ago? I did. I also saw 2 white. Clouds still aren't counted as projectiles. Let's just count them as projectiles at some point in time. I think that'll make us all happy. It'll make them susceptible to potato batteries and to the apple. I get the crab when I can't really use the crab. Well, I'll take it anyway. It'll give me a 15% resist once I lose the teddy bear. And there these guys are. They do not give up. And they will charge through everything, it seems. Except cabinets. Took way too much damage there getting stuck on stupid things. Kinda like my naming conventions. Too much time getting hung up on stupid things. See? See, it was all tying together to that one punchline, right?
You just set yourself up.
Of course I did. I meant to do it. See? So now it's not as bad. And you can't prove I didn't mean to. The unbearable interest of being or the dark is growing. I will take the dark is growing. Minus 20% move speed puts me to 140, which puts me back to basically how Cordy used to move. At least, well, I know it's not how Cordy used to move, but it's close enough to her old move speed that it really doesn't bother me that much. And with the ability to roll and shoot, it's a moot point. Because I can speed myself up to 340 for a few seconds. Alright. I believe the Wound Fortress was this way. Even the globes are projectiles, so they slowed down. Huh. That was different. Since he couldn't get to me, he just ran at me, huh? Alright. Come here, you guys. Whoop. I'm hoping to get a bit further here. For a second there, it looked like I was attacking slower, too. But my attack rate's the same as it's always been. It never went down, it's never gone up. So for a second I was like, is your move speed attached to your attack speed? Because if it is, this might cause me problems. Alright. I mean, your move speed is attached to your attack speed for the enemies. I know that because when you slow enemies, it slows their rate of fire. Alright. Looks like I have maybe 1, maybe 2 more rooms to check before this is all over. I still have the teddy bear, but for how long, I don't know. I took a lot of damage in that one room. And now I run into a room with atlases. The bedroom room with atlases. And there's actually nothing in here, just them. It was a waste. I have 5 juice boxes and 5 pieces of chalk. Go away, you. How dare you pop up because you're loading. Something in the background. Let's see. If I got money, I can buy 2 juice boxes, which I will. Or should I buy 1 juice box and spectacles? These are the questions. The answer is not so easy coming. But I'm going to go with my gut and buy 2 juice boxes. Alright, on to the Woundwort Fortress. With no disquieting draughts or anything, we're in a pickle with healing, since we only heal 20. And we gain 4, so basically we heal 16. Let's go. Whoop, whoop. I destroy this out of habit because I can deal with the shots easier than I can deal with these guys. See? Dealing with the extra added enemies is a pain. No matter what type they are, whether they're the giants or the runners. Either way, it's always a pain. And I really still have it? I should have lost my teddy bear. I should have by now. I am amazed that I still have that teddy bear. I'm gonna leave the globe alone for a second while I do this. I have enough pieces of chalk that I can waste them on, or not waste, but use them on these towers at the bottom when need be. Fortress Woundwort seems a little weaker. Maybe it's just because I've fought it so many times that I'm just seeing things. But what I mean by weaker is its hit points seem to be less than something like, say, well, actually, that's probably just the way it is. It probably is just set up that way, that the fortress hit points are not nearly as much as, say, like Frothies. No, not Frothies, but some of the other bosses that are down here, actually. And that's because of its defense, I think. I mean, we only do 50 to it on a good hit, right? As far as I've seen. Alright, fortress time. Yeah, 50. So we do about half our actual damage to the fortress. Kind of annoying. But the amount it takes away from its health bar actually looks substantial, right? This would be why crits and chalk actually get Goneril out really fast. Really fast. Especially crits. Crits with chalk. Or maybe even that book that makes your chalk deal double damage. Let's see though. Come on, Fortress. Show me what you got. So, I've kind of wondered what these shots are that the Fortress is producing. And what I mean by that is, I wonder what they're shooting at me. I have this funny thought that it's a that they're shooting You know those paper footballs? They're either doing that or spit wads or something, you know, right? Bye, Fortress. You won't be missed. Goneril's spinning is probably her worst part. Also, I'm kind of amazed now, thinking back on it, that most of this school seems to have taken a matriarchal society after the teachers left. I mean, were none of the boys tough enough to beat these girls? I could guess. I can understand it with Ragan. Ragan's just creepy. And magic, maybe not the best thing, but dual wielding mallets, I definitely don't expect a queen to be doing that. Let alone a queen wearing like a bearskin cap. Or a skull cap of some sort. It's not just me, right, people? She seems to be spinning for a lot longer now, right? Anyway, down goes Goneril. It was, of course, a D. If I ever get an A, I'll just record that I got an A, because it'll be crazy. I'm going to go to the Q-Series bunks, because it's gluttonous. Yeah, it says they plundered Edgewood's secret juice box cabinets. Oh, it's low lag stuff. Okay, there we go. So there is no shop here, because there's a bunch of juice box everywhere. I need more damage. I really do. Because I want to deal with these Capulets and everything faster than I had to deal with the wound warts. Especially because I know what's around here, and the bosses get very, very picky with their defense. Okay, so I don't know if it's meant to do this or something, but the clothes have hurt me before. I was sure I was away from that hand. Well, that's right, they're longer up here. Anyway, I've been hurt from the cabinets. Well, from their clothes. If you stand pretty much right next to the cabinet when it opens and the clothes get you, it hurts you. I don't know if that's a problem with the clothes themselves or just the way the cabinet's supposed to work. You know what I mean? Gosh. I like fighting these candle guys. They're a pretty good exercise in trying to dodge their shots. They're good practice for things later on. But they're usually paired up with cabinets. And I'm just going to keep going on record saying how much I hate these cabinets. I know I should probably be dodging the clothes, I should probably be moving around, you know, but how about we make the clothes be able to be hit? Even if just a little bit. Like, look, I just hit that thing of clothes. Make them something. Make them hit points. Don't make them a wall that we can't, you know, break down. They're not like the rook and the bishop. They shouldn't be invulnerable. Just because they're environment, as opposed to something with flesh, blood, and a sense of pain. I mean, We've killed environment before. We've killed footstools and an elevator. You can't tell me we can't kill a set of clothes. Unfortunately, Sylvester slid himself into a perfect area where he can hide right next to the cabinet while it continually fires clothing at me. And this is really where it gets annoying. This is it. This is where the world just says, hey, guess what? You've entered this area of a fuck you. The damned cabinet. I hate it so much. Sudsy's ice tray. Not the thing I would have thought we'd pick up from a guy throwing flames at us. Bed. Talk about your theory somewhere else. You're in my way. Alright. Here we've got the floaters and the table boys. Table, table. Once I start reducing their numbers, this should get a little easier. And if they start doing that more often, dropping juice boxes, I almost got an icicle enema. Anyway, back through here. It's annoying that all that was for practically one juice box, which I'm going to have to use because, yeah. Oh, damn. I could have sworn I rolled further. Social chair. He dropped one of the most useless items for me at the moment. Not even at the moment, just period right now. I'm not happy about it. Not in the least. You see, here's the problem that comes from, okay, that thing just came through the back of the cabinet. See? Look at that. It went through the cabinet when it was all white and bright and clear. That sucked. Corsi's goggles, though. Damage taken while confused, reduced by 75%. It's good in the sense that damage taken while confused is reduced. It's bad in the sense that the only thing that confuses you are the wound-work chalk clappers, and you're on a Capulet dorm. Good luck finding a guy who confuses you here. They don't confuse you, they just deal a lot of damage. Ugh. Hands? Clothes? I hate you all. My last couple runs, I've had an amazing ability called not getting a item to use with E. It's not a very well sought after ability, and it's nothing I would usually recommend to try and train in. But oh god, the environment hazards pissing off. I know there's no thing here. I've still got double drops for juice boxes. Double drops for juice boxes. We've seen two juice boxes drop. And on a gluttonous floor, where they should drop even more often. And more clothes. I wish I could find a classrooms of Capulets up here, because the dorms is really getting annoying. From now on, I shall endeavor to go to cafeterias. Although those are usually wound wards. Don't the Capulets have to eat? Maybe not. Judging by the amount of juice boxes they're dropping, they certainly don't have to drink, right? Dang it, didn't work this time. I was hoping that the argument would cause juice box to drop. Well, it did from him, but I was hoping for more than that. Alright, let's go. There's a juice box. This room is just full of hands. Even on gluttonous floors and other types of floors, the Capulets have a lot of tokens around. The lesson here is to always pick up that book that makes it so that getting tokens heals you. Alright, here's another room. So, let's go to that room. Oh, come on, I was totally past you. Thank you. Apparently some Capulets like the taste of the great grape. I'm just going to assume that it's all grape juice. It's better than nondescript fruit juice. I don't need more champions. Not with the Capulets. I'm going to take the perk of being a ranged wallflower. I need the damage. Unfortunately, I haven't been given the damage. I would have loved to have something that gave me more juice box capacity for the free juice boxes that it would grant me. On to the boss. Please, no, please, no, please, no, please, no. Alright, Cinder's Timekeeper. Now, where I'm standing right now is a time bubble. Cinder's Timekeeper's special is to beat him without using any of his time bubbles. Looking at them, you can seriously tell how hard that is, right? I mean, look at that. They're everywhere. They will follow you around, and they will try and pop up. And it's not that they're a bad thing. They don't hurt you. They don't deal any damage whatsoever. You know? They just make you move fast. They make you shoot fast. They make anything inside them move fast and shoot fast. By the way, now it's time for Mud to show off its strengths by letting us roll and dodge these flaming projectiles. Up! Did you see that little green that said time speeds up? Guess what? Time sped up. I used a time bubble. Oops. Well, so much for trying to avoid time bubbles now. Let's just get in them. Alright. Now Sindar will go to his next phase, which is again spinning, but I think that there is one going counterclockwise. Now there's one going counterclockwise. I have to call BS on Sindar because he just hit me with one that spawned right on me. Which that was a cheap shot, Sindar. Apparently he can't get you if you're all the way out there, except with the ones that go the opposite direction. Okay. He telegraphs his phases pretty easily. I mean, as long as you watch and listen, you'll be able to dodge. Or know when he's in another phase. His hit points seem to have been reduced. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't fight him enough times to know that, and I wasn't counting when I was critting him last time on the sensitive floor. But it seems like I'm able to do more damage than I was previously when I fought him. Alright, Sindar. He now has 2 spinning sideways, or 2 spinning long ways, and 1 spinning Clockwise, counterclockwise. This is a gear hell as opposed to a bullet hell. You know what is great practice for this? In a way? Playing a Toho game. It'll teach you how to find those little spots. How to get in that little area and see something coming. Anyway, what do we got? Dorms, wealthy, and gluttonous. Once again, they are telling me, so, we gave you a bunch of tokens. Want to use a shop? Too bad. So let's go to the gluttonous one again because I need juice boxes. I know that they're more prone to tokens because, I mean, look at that. 3 tokens. First room. And they're like, by the way, the other place was wealthy, but here's 3 tokens anyway. Let's go this way. You know, maybe there's a point in time in this game where you shouldn't explore every room, but I can't just do that. Just thinking about it, thinking about not exploring every room is kind of strange to me. I mean, I already found the boss, he was right there. But, by the way, if one of you drops Edgewood Plans, I'm just going to be so mad. But, not exploring every room really hinders your experience game. And maybe they felt sorry for me last time. Or maybe they're just trying to make themselves like, oh, we aren't not juice box people. Look, juice boxes. Lots of them. Anyway. If I don't explore every room, I won't know what I missed. The only time I can condone myself not exploring every room are things like, ooh, matchsticks. Are things like on Reagan's Terrace. Since I haven't beaten her a second time. Or haven't even gotten to chapter 3's floors yet. Which is really actually one of the more annoying things. I've also noticed I haven't gotten any life up things since I got my other juice box. My juice box specialities. Huh. Another, once again, the hatred of clothes continues. I believe that my hatred of dorms continues. That's what it is. I mean, all these clothes, all the hands, all the footstools. All my hate. Just let us hurt these things and get rid of them for a second, please. You there, just make the cabinets. There's one right above me. You bastard. Like anything, you start learning room layouts. Sometimes it's never a happy... Well, most of the time, whenever you learn room layouts, you kind of think to yourself, great, now I know what's happening. But then you also gotta think to yourself, well, sucks, now I know what's happening, and I know if I'm going to enter a room and be totally screwed or not. So, with these guys, they seem to duck the first shot that you ever fire at them. When they come up again, they don't. Oh, I was hoping that the flames would go up and down like that. Okay, Denton. Let's get this straight. I want out of here. Escher's compass. It's okay. with a lot of range, you can do great things with Escher's Compass. You can make it ricochet off of certain objects into an enemy, actually. Come on. That was a lucky break. And I mean break because that thing broke and it didn't shatter into me. Okay, chest. The apple. Now, the apple is actually one of the greatest items for Reg. It will stop all of her projectiles from, well, projectiling. Which isn't a word, but I'll use it anyway. Now, let's see. The boss was right. Oh, yeah, I haven't found the boss here yet. It was the last floor that I found the boss, and I was like, ugh, can't go in yet. Huh? If you're wondering, I was waiting to see if there were any clothes going to chase me. Of course there are clothes, they're just trapped already. If I can lure... Wrong people to lure. I'm trying to lure people away from the cabinets. I could show you what I meant about the clothes hurting me. I'd rather not. I'm gonna sit down here till my apple recharges. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
Unplug the battery.
Leave my apple alone. It's not that kind of apple. Alright. And that should do it for him. Okay. Oh. Dear goodness. Alright, juice box. Juice box. Coin. Not a coin. Gotcha. Alright. That does it for this way. Once again, I'm going around and around, leaving a wake of flames. Let's go. I'm gonna go this way, actually. This room's probably gonna be a long room. Yep. Okay, if I can fire, which I can, okay. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, firebug. There. So that room was a long room. Something tells me that if I go this way, it's going to be a long room as well. I'm going to use juice boxes just because I need it. Yep, long room. There. I wish there was a juice box in that room, though. Here's a big room. And one of you guys has to drop me a juice box. Because I demand it. You druid bastards. I demand juice boxes.
I don't hear you.
I demand it, though. The floor demands it. The fact I have a lesson that gives me a double chance demands it. So many things demand it, yet so many things seem to ignore it. The juice boxes are calling. They shall rise again, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to make juice sound threatening, but I'll try.
Killer tomato juice?
Attack of the Killer Tomato Juice. Why, I think you have an idea for a movie there. Anyway. Oh my goodness. How many juice boxes have I collected on this floor? 3? Gluttonous floor. Maybe they're so gluttonous they already drank all the juice, huh? They left none for me to collect. That would be douchey, wouldn't it? 4. Okay, let's keep counting. And I'm 3,000 away from a level up. So, not gonna probably get one until next floor. The ice particle projectiles, if you ever use the apple to break them, know that you're going to get hit by another set of projectiles, usually. Because it acts as if they shattered on a wall instead of making it so that they are just gone. Anyway, we found 5 juice boxes in total on this floor so far. I don't have that many more rooms left, I don't think. Nope. There's some more stupid damage. And more stupid damage. And more clothes. That damage, I wasn't seeing it. There. Alright. I'm rich. I'm obscenely wealthy. And there's no store here. So here's what we have to do. We have to go this way. Head to the boss. And on the next floor, for Reagan's Terrace, we must find the store. And we must buy everything in it. That makes sense. First thing I'm going to do is use almost all my juice boxes. I don't know what this is. It's new. It is the Virtuoso. It summons those hands, it looks like. And I really hate hands. This is a Chapter 3 boss. I'm happy. But you can't attack it from the side. You have to attack it from the front. It seems to be... Okay, so the hands are only... Are those ones stuck? Yeah, they were. Wait, is there a safe area? Maybe? So the Virtuoso is now the... Or it has always been. I just didn't know. It is the table. The boss room for this is so tiny. So very tiny. Okay. It's still the keyboard. I must attack the keyboard. I must attack the keyboard. You know, if a couple more of these hands glitched out, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I really wouldn't. Please, please bug out. Please bug out. So the biggest problem with the Virtuoso is the hands. They do the wave. They come from the left. They come from the right. They come from the left. They come from the right. And they leave you very little space to dodge. I'm really glad those 2 hands bugged out because it gives me a much bigger range of dodging, actually. Alright. If only they'd bug out on the other side, too. If they did that... Well, for one, this would be very easy. But yeah, they seem to be a... Yeah, they dance from left to right. I'm pretty sure that once I drop its hit points a little lower, they're going to do something else. And I'm not going to be happy about it. That time they almost got me with the music notes. Alright, Oregon. It's almost half health. So far, the only thing it's done is get faster. Not the hands, the bench. I don't play piano, I don't know what it's called. Is it just a bench?
What you sit on?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
It's just a bench. Okay, now they're doing a different thing. Raise up all on that side, raise up all on that side. All in the middle? Yep. So everyone on the left, everyone on the right. The Virtuoso confuses you, apparently. Everyone in the sides, everyone in the middle. Okay. Hey, guess what? I found out something else confuses me. I'm kind of proud of that. Because, let's face it, the resistance to confusion was really annoying me in the sense that it seemed to do almost nothing. You know? It was being a waste. I don't know how I dodged that, okay? I really don't. Hey, I forgot. Do I have the fedora of Crisis? I do! Everyone, I might beat it! You're seeing something! I mean, you're seeing something new, and you're seeing me actually fight it, and you're seeing me maybe win. I don't know. I mean, I'm winning due to bugging, but you know what? I'll take it. I never claimed that I wouldn't take bugs. They'll fix it later, and then I'll fight it the right way, right? The Virtuoso seems to be mixing up its attacks, though. I mean, like, in terms of a slow procession of notes towards me and a fast shot. And it's not just because of my potato batter. Its notes are slowing by themselves. Come on! In the corner, in the corner. Ugh. Nope. Yeah, having these two hands here to just make it so I can kill it. And the Virtuoso is gone. Let's see what it is. Defeat the Virtuoso while confused? Had I known that that was it, I would have just let it confuse me. Up to the Capulet Conclave on the terrace. We have nothing left to heal us. We have an incoming level up, which we must get something with health or juice boxes. This is by far one of the longest videos I've done, because I'm kind of going slow and I'm kind of taking my time and kind of methodically doing things. And I think that that's the way you have to play, sort of. I think a lot of people who play the game might agree that this game is meant to be slow and methodical. Where Isaac is meant to be balls crazy, you can probably speedrun it in less than 20 minutes if you're really, really good. Oh, I believe that I've already mapped out everything that ever will show up in the terrace, or in Regan's terrace at least, because I've fought this floor so often whenever I get here that I know basically what their maps look like. I know the briars, I know the roses, I know the thorn bushes, I know pretty much what I'm expected to run into here. And, there. So, if I run into anything like, I remember this guy, and I know how these guys work. This is the Mysterious K. If you remember how these guys work, they pop up in front of you. They seem to like doing that. As opposed to like other wizards you may have fought in other games, these ones seem to have a tendency to appear in front of where you are. And right now, I think, nope, he's going to get a, oh, never mind. He's close enough to the ceiling that his cloud actually hits the roof each time. Atlas Gloved, or As I Lay Dying, I Get Stronger. I need to take As I Lay Dying, I Get Stronger, because I am As I Lay Dying at this moment. So, I'm checking something out right now, and pretty soon I'm going to die. Oh yes, it's going to happen. I'm like 2 hits away from the end of this run, people. And then I'll be able to help you. Because I know you want to get yours up too.
I know. I'm just wondering if it's a fucking software or something. It sounds stupid that'd be selective, but I'm genuinely confused.
And there it was, the one hit that I thought I'd dodge that takes me out. But I'm okay with this run. It wasn't bad. Let's go look what we can upgrade. A new lesson, Art. He now wants 350 credits each time. Let's see what Art does. Start with 3 additional pieces of chalk. It's okay. I would have liked him to give me another period though. But 3 additional pieces of chalk, I'll do it. The item log did get no updates. It's still as it is. I know all the items here that are listed. Statistically, I'm still doing okay, but not spectacular. Now let's see. As for lore and achievements,
well, that happened.
finally an alligator takes you out. Anyway.
Now we need a shark.
Anyway. The new things are Succeed on Your Own Merits with the Gifted and the Virtuoso with Who Needs Rhythm. Defeating the Virtuoso while confused might be a pain in the butt, but not impossible. You probably just get it down to low and get it. I need to try and do the Broogs, which is have the Gourmet Turtle and the Wandering Crab at the same time. I either get one or the other. It's doing its thing again, where it's going to wait and then it's going to let me move. Yup. Okay. Heal only single damage reduce box. Been trying. Leave me alone. You dang thing. Anyway, so that's what we got. We got Art. We showed you the Virtuoso, and it was a pretty long run, and I gave you some of my thoughts on it. We'll be up with another one come by tomorrow. I'm probably going to run a few credit farms for myself with severity on before we get there, and maybe I can get near 350, which I'll give to the counselor because I haven't found anything else to do with them yet. I'll find some more lore, hopefully. I'm going to probably take Where the Chalkboard or where the chalk ends, because I need more memory rooms. I used to be getting a lot of them, and now I'm just, you know, meh. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again come tomorrow. Have a good day.